Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining us for another beautifully blessed, peaceful, prosperous, productive, and phenomenally powerful day. We are your hosts, Tori the Barber, the one, the only one under the sun, and a man with a plan, the one, the only, Free Will Code.
What's happening? Thank you, and welcome to another edition of the FreeWill podcast, where we create a community that normalizes growth, for people like you and me, so we can be the best versions of ourselves, huh? What's happening, Tori? How you doing today, my boy?
Man. Another day in paradise, another day in the kingdom of heaven. What's going on with you, my guy?
Hey, man, we live, improv, ready to the job. Done, you heard me?
Like a dog?
Sure.
How you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Slow down with the words. How you feeling today, Cole?
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I'm ready, bro. I'm a little antsy.
Yeah,
I'm a little shaky. I'm ready to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
How about yourself, man?
Man, I feel pretty good myself, man. It's another beautiful day. It's so great of a day. I had to kind of set that tone first thing this morning and just say that today is a great day. It's gonna be a good day, and so far so good. Yes, sir. That's how I'm doing. It's great. Another great day. Always a great day, no matter what.
Man, I'm grateful.
Talk to
you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful.
What you grateful for?
Man, I'm grateful for having a house to sleep at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not homeless. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people around me. Man, I'm grateful for having both of my parents in my life alive and well. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people have that.
For sure.
I'm gonna take the time to make sure I acknowledge that.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for that. Definitely God first.
For sure.
Even though I ain't put him first just now.
Yes.
But I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for his grace and the example that he put out here in his only begotten son. Let him know. Yeah, man, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my parents. Shout out mama. Shout out my daddy. What about you, man? What you grateful for today?
I know you didn't forget the first lady. I'm gonna just help you out.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, start over. We leave. Man, listen. I talked to my baby yesterday.
Yeah.
Listen, that thing's strong, huh?
Facts.
She's strong, bro. I love her to death. Shout out my baby girl. Shout out my soon to be.
Yes, Lord.
Shout out my soon, huh?
Yeah,
baby, listen, I'll never forget about you. If you're watching this and you feel salty,
I know that's right.
About you. You know what I'm saying? What about you, man? What you grateful for?
Man, I am all praises to the Most High. I gotta put God first, and working on putting God first in everything that I do, being more conscious of that. You know, we kind of had a conversation about if God is a part of your life, a part of your day, He's the center of your life. And so I'm just working on making God the center of my life. So I'm thankful for the Almighty, the Most High. I'm thankful for my first lady, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, dog. Not last episode, but 2 episodes ago, I forgot.
You did?
I didn't notice. I didn't acknowledge her.
Oh,
and let me tell you something.
Blame me too. See how you just called me? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's why I know, but I'm scoring, but look, listen, she was not happy about that. Like, she was really like, I was like, God damn. Okay, I'm gonna make sure. But last one, she up in there, and this one for damn sure. And then when you forgot, I said, I ain't gonna let you go through what I went through. So help one. Each one teach one. Man, so I'm thankful for her 100 in abundance, man. Like, you know, everything that she bring in my life. I'm thankful for having 2 living parents, like you said, Cole. I mean, because things happen on the daily. You know what I'm saying? One day you're here, one day you're not, and they're still in the game. I'm thankful for my wonderful children, Kayla and Vay. I'm thankful for my clients, all my clients, man, my support system. And I'm thankful that everything went right today that was supposed to go right. But I'm also thankful, I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Joe. Now, you don't know who Mr. Joe is. Hell, I barely know who Mr. Joe is. But I just met Mr. Joe this morning in the coffee shop. And guess what? I went to the counter. I got me a cinnamon roll. I got me a cup of coffee. And Mr. Joe was checking out. And Mr. Joe said, hey, do you mind if I pay for your breakfast this morning? I said,
man.
Mr. Joe, man, That's so let's give a round of applause for Mr. Joe, y'all.
I know that's right. That's what's
man, big shout out to Mr. Joe. We have a health clinic down here, and coincidentally, he don't live on the side of town, but he do go to the health clinic right beneath the barbershop, coincidentally. So I said, man, one of them days I want to return a favor. I want you to come to the barbershop. I'm gonna take care of you. Yeah, man. So hopefully you get to see Mr. Joe one day, man. And yeah, I'm grateful for Mr. Joe. I'm just thankful that today is a great day. Yes, Lord. Thank God.
Yep.
All right, cool.
But wait. Bow your head.
Let's bow your head. Bow your head, y'all.
Better be bowing your heads. Bow your head in church. Give a moment of silence.
For who?
For our brand new subscribers.
Absolutely.
And the ones that got their post notifications turned on. Yes, Lord.
Let's make some noise for y'all.
And you better not hit that subscribe button without hitting the like button right next to it. It's right there.
Hopefully we not asking for too much.
Hopefully it's just like boom. That's it. It's like
it.
Boom.
Click.
That's all it is.
Click.
Yeah, click. You gotta be quick about it. Let's see how fast you.
Let's see how fast you can do it.
Let's see
how fast you get the subscribe button and give you 3 seconds. 3.
Click. But only try it once, though. You gotta try it next time. You just try it once, and if you ain't fast enough, just try it next time.
Man, I'm thankful, dog. So it's another great day, man, Mr. Cole. But guess what? Without further ado, let's drop that word on the street. 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 Word on the street.
Mother accused of trying to sell newborn baby to highest bidder on Facebook. Please say. A woman in Texas was arrested after she allegedly tried to sell her newborn baby to the highest bidder on Facebook, according to authorities. The investigation began on September 23rd when Houston police received a report that 21-year-old Juniper Bryson was attempting to sell her baby on Facebook group Birth Mothers Looking for Adoptive Parents. She said she was in Houston area but was willing to travel. Just days earlier, Bryson allegedly reached out to a family member asking if she knew anyone looking to adopt. During a conversation, Bryson allegedly said that her baby would test positive for drugs and stated that she was unable to keep him. The family member posted to Facebook that her relative was seeking adoptive parents because she didn't want her child going to the foster system. Bryson told Bryson's relative told police that after she posted to Facebook, Bryson repeatedly mentioned that whoever wanted to adopt a child was gonna have to compensate.
Damn.
The relative told police she informed Bryson that was illegal and stopped trying to help her. According to the relative, on September 24th, Bryson was at the hospital with the baby while she waited for the highest bidder. Damn. Bryson allegedly told a couple who was traveling from Louisiana to be with her at the hospital that she wanted a minimum of $150 up front. The couple mentioned running the adoption through an attorney. Bryson refused and eventually blocked him.
Damn.
Wow. Man, we live in quite the world. Wouldn't you say?
He said quite the world.
Yeah, buddy.
Man. First thing first. I want to spend. And you know what? I thought about being funny. Making of a joke. You know, I was about to say she trying to get off that baby pack. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't. Listen, realistic. I had to get it off regardless. I couldn't let that go. But what I do want to do,
I'm about to tell you definitely still let it go.
What I do want to do though, because you know, that young lady needs some help. You know what I'm saying? She need help. She see her baby would have tested positive for drugs, and she battling some demons. You know, she got I don't know, she have an addictive personality, addictive spirit. I don't know what she battling. But from over here to you, we hope that you get the help that you need. We hope that the baby is in the best hands that it can be in, and we hope that the baby get everything that the baby needs. Mr. Cole, you have any words for that young lady?
I'm saying, though, the baby. Okay, you say you're gonna get compensation, but the baby was only worth $150.
Right.
You couldn't ask for. Put another zero on it for that poor child, huh?
I think the more you ask for, the worse it look. But it's hard because you're supposed to be selling it.
You ain't supposed to be selling the baby at all.
Selling the baby anyway.
She said, if I'm gonna sell it, I'm gonna at least get something. I'm gonna at least be able to
something. I had to carry it. I had to deliver it. God damn it, I'm getting something back for my trials and tribulation. I ain't mad at her. I understand her mind in the right place.
Yeah, it's not too much. Like when you're dealing with this kind of mental health, you're so far past surface level.
Yeah.
When it goes to, I guess what you begin to say about it, if that makes sense. Like like she's been going before she had the baby. Like mentally, she's needed help before the baby even got here. If she thinking like that, like she going trying to sell a baby, she'd probably be selling a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, so you just I would say, right? I would say if I was someone who was in a certain area of my life, I would have gave it $150. Let me get this baby, get $150. Let's adopt the baby for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get $150. I would never tell a baby that I got you $150. I'll just tell a baby that, I tell a baby, hey, your mama, wanted what was best for you. So she adopted you to somebody who she felt was responsible, enough, right? And they got a lot of children out here like that, bro. They go through their adoption, they go through the foster care system, and they don't come out right.
Yeah.
How could you ever feel loved if your people abandoned you? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so you start off with that in life with those demons that you have to battle, and it's not definitely not ideal, man. Some people. Yeah, go ahead.
But I was just about to say, to put a cap on that, I just, at least she realized that she wasn't a fit mother. You know what I'm saying, and that she needed the baby was better off elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
And at least she ain't leave him on somebody's porch or just set the baby. They had babies in trash cans and stuff before. At least she ain't try to do none of that.
I don't know if you've seen this thing. I seen it on the news, but it was on social media that at the fire at some fire stations they do this thing to where like they got this. It's like a, like when you go in the gas station, and you know how you can like put open up this wall, this little door thing.
Right.
You can put the baby in there, and once you close it, the baby like alarm goes off, and then the baby you can open the door.
Into something, huh?
Yeah, like once you put the baby in there, you can't open the door. So the baby up in there is oxygenated and everything, and then the alarm go off, and then somebody like come get the baby. You know what I'm saying, from the other side. That. So they got like ways you can drop the baby off, like at the firehouse and shit like that, and like better ways and stuff like that. Anywho's, we need stuff like that because people do get desperate and they just make irrational decisions and yeah.
It'll benefit the world if we have more people that are selfish.
Yeah, man.
What about your family? If you can fill yourself up enough to be able to take care of other issues in the world, man, doing something correct.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We talking about today,
man. Today, first and foremost. We are about what today is? We are 2 days after the election of the new and reassigned president, a future president, Donald Trump.
3 days.
And,
it's
2
Friday.
days, I think. Huh?
3 days. It'll be 3 days on Friday.
All right. Well, at the time of recording. So 3 days at the time of recording. So, so it kind of gave me an idea, right? Myself, I was kind of like, as far as my political views, I wasn't too fond of neither candidate, honestly. But that did spark inspiration for this particular episode, because this episode we're going to be discussing if I was president, if Cole was president. That's what we talking about. If we were president.
That sounds good, don't it?
I know.
Go for president.
And so that's what we're gonna be talking about. Like, if we was president, what are a few things that we would do or that would be at the top of our agenda as president? That's what we're gonna talk about today, Cole. You know what I'm saying? So to get this thing kicked off, man, would you like me to open it up, or would you like to open it up?
Yeah, no, I can answer it first, man. I'd say from the knowledge that I have now, because I don't know what goes on beyond the White House, and I don't have a complete picture of what the political system looks like even on the outside, to be honest, and on the inside is an entirely different story. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got stuff going on there that nobody knows about. And I say that because I would say the first thing I would want to do is somehow bring the unity inside of the parties. If you like, there are actually other parties that run besides Republicans and Democrats.
For sure.
Like you got the Libertarian Party, a Green Party, and stuff like that. I don't know about those two parties, but if there was another party, right? Let's say that there was, I would introduce another party called Unification or something like that, right? You know, where no matter what happens, you know, it'll benefit the both of like the economy and, you know what I'm saying, and the, you know, like every part of the economy, right? You know what I'm saying, and have moral issues taken care of. You know, like you know, so for instance, right, I know a little bit about each of the views of both candidates, right, Kamala and Trump. Right, so both of them had a idea that they wanted to build the wall, right, from stopping immigrants from coming in, right. But Trump's way, he wanted to set up concentration camps and stuff like that, right. You know, so I do agree with, for the economy, that we should keep them out, but morality wise, putting people in concentration camps and breaking up their families is not the way to go. Right.
I don't like that either.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's some other things where economy wise, it's a great thing to do, but morality wise, or either other way around. Morality wise, cool, but we still need to come up with some way that it can affect the economy, right? Like I don't like the clashing of the it's my party versus your party. Like that's what it is, right? Yeah. It's the House, the Senate, the all that stuff is divided, and literally every day it's them fighting against each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what it is, right? And that's child's play, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would fight to change first.
I like that. If I could speak on that real quick before I give my first one. Yeah. That is exactly, that was one of my biggest gripes about the whole election. I just don't like the fact that we even have we're supposed to be a country that stand on unity, on respect, and all of these things. A lot of that none of that was really like displayed throughout this whole process. And when it come down to the concept of even having, I can understand you voting for a candidate, but then we have this Republican, we have the Democrat, and that's really the only two. Like, if, to be honest, if you running in the Green Party and all these other parties, you really just splitting the votes. Like, you just watering down the votes. It's almost like a waste of vote because y'all not gonna make it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So when it come down to the main two, and so I just think that I don't like that, because that automatically divides the country. You know what I'm saying? Into either you on this side or this side, and red or blue. I don't like that. Yeah, red or blue. And I just don't like that, because there's no unity there. Instead of having a common party to where, like what you were saying, I love that concept, to where, you know, we coming together to see what works for everybody, and we can find ways to compromise. Because at the end of the day, if you lose or I win, somebody ain't gonna get their way. So let's just work together and see what we can do, the best we can do to compromise, so that, you know, everybody can benefit in some way. So yeah, and that's my remarks on that, Cole. But I would say my first one is the education system. One of my first is the education system. And these are in no particular order, but three aspects of the education system that I want to touch on. One is the actual skills that kids are learning in school, right? I want to talk about teacher pay, and I want to talk about the education and nutrition. Now, I'm gonna make this real quick because I do have 3 points. So for the first point, with the skill set, I believe that schools should be a place that actually teach kids how to thrive in this world. Right now we have a school system that teaches kids how to be employees. Right, we have this 9 to 5 type time structure in a day. You know, you get your little break in class here and there, and then you have a 30-minute lunch period or an hour lunch, however y'all do it, and then off to the next class, and then boom, 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 and it's the same system. Then you go to college, and then you're spending all this money on college, and you're getting all this debt. And I mean, I come across so many people who went to college. Like yesterday, they had this lady working in a beauty store. I caught her accent. So she moved to New Orleans for college. She from Jamaica, but she worked at the beauty store. Now I don't know what she got going on next, but she did say she went to college. I didn't get in her business. But, you know, a lot of people go to college, but they end up not even using whatever they went to school for. When we get out of high school, man, we don't really be having no real skills, no real practical skills. And I do remember a point in time, like when I was in California, and I was in middle school before I left. In high school, I lived right next to the community high school, and they had like this workshop for like cars, you know, like a mechanic workshop, and they had like projects to where like the students would like work on a car, and they'll like literally build a car from scratch. You know what I'm saying? To get the car working. I like stuff like that. I think we should be teaching kids how to be sufficient when they get out of high school, to where, you know, they know about plumbing, they know about agriculture, which goes into the food thing. They know how to plant food and provide for themselves and their families. They know a little bit of electrician work. They just know how to survive out here and not be dependent, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, they don't be at the mercy of society, of corporate America, or whatever is going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to change. And lastly, I want to touch on teacher pay. I think that the job that teachers have is one of the most important jobs, because they are the very people who we place our kids into their hands to nurture them and to teach them and to bring them up and give them what they need to be successful in the future. The problem is the curriculum that they teaching them is BS to me, because a lot of the stuff that they learning, they're not really using. It's not really practical. And it's just like a big nursery to me. School is nothing more than a big nursery in a lot of ways. And the kids are not really learning, you know, how to really take on the world. They're not learning about money for real. They're not learning about business skills for real. So, but the teachers, for the time that they invest, for all the kids that they have to, you know, take care of, the personalities, you know, all the different things that they got to do, they don't get paid enough. You know what I'm saying? They are the ones responsible for giving your child the education to where they gonna determines that they're gonna be successful or not. And I think teachers are way underpaid. So one of the first things I would do, along with all that, is at least give all teachers a raise. I'll give all of them an automatic $20,000 raise. If you can send $300 million, $1 billion, or something like that to Afghanistan in the snap of a finger, like, you know, if you can send enough money to end the world hunger, you can send enough. You can invest that money into the education system, to where there's better resources in school, and then also too, teachers are actually getting, you know, paid, you know, to where it makes sense.
I want to comment on that, man. Like, you know, one of the hard parts also about a teacher's job is that they are making up for where the education system lacks. A good teacher, right? Like, they should have, like, along with math class, we should have communication class.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Emotional intelligence class.
Yes. Stuff,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
That.
Career class. Like, there's no, like, that's what we lacking, right? And the reason they're not paying the teachers that much, because it wouldn't benefit them, to be honest, to get to have them have that skill, so they can have those skills, right? Because that's how taxes are paid. Like, you incompetent, so you getting caught tickets, you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not paying stuff on time.
Impulsive,
like, you're impulsive, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on that funds the economy, and they, you know, and to pay them teachers a lot to do that, right, would kind of remove that, right? And to be honest, there are schools that do it, But a lot of our kids that are inside of public schools, like they're not getting that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I think I think where they are wrong is that even if you're doing something like you want to be a mechanic, you still gonna work the 9 to 5. You're just gonna be a good mechanic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like not everybody is gonna be an entrepreneur.
That's true.
I know people that are beyond smart, right? They're in a corporate world working for somebody and still making 6 figures a year because they're good at what they do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They just kind of banking on, like, if I set it up like this, I know for sure, you know what I'm saying, they're going to go the other way, right?
And at the very least, Cole, if you don't mind, at the very least, with the business classes, like, yeah, I might not go into entrepreneurialism, but at least I know how to structure and run my household. At least I know how to budget and how to plan my bills and how to plan and know how to. At least I know how to do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it expresses itself in a multitude of ways. Yeah,
that's a fact, man. That's a fact. And that's big what you said about the 9 to 5 thing, like, and then now too, they got schools petitioning or school boards petitioning to remove homework, right? Wow. So now you conditioning the mind to, now after I get off work, you know what I'm saying, I go home and I chill out. You know what I'm saying? I go in, like, cause I don't want to be at school all day, and so when I get home, I'm gonna watch some TV.
Totally opposed to that though, because if you think about it, I get it. Your homework, it serves the purpose. So I'm really not on either side, but I will say that I've seen this video once where the young man was like, oh, so hold on, I go to school and I do work. I do schoolwork, I do classwork, and then they send me home with homework. I don't want to do homework when I go home. I'm at home. But they had this parent was like, on the separate video was like, you sending homework to the house so that my kids could do homework at home. That's what they go to school for, to learn, right? He said, I don't send my child to school with dishes. You know what I'm saying? And close the fold when they go to school. They going to school to learn, and when they come home, they got their homely duties and they, whatever like that too. Mm-hmm. So I do understand the idea of, okay, I send my child to school to learn, teach them while they're there. But I do understand that when you come home, you don't retain everything. It's more about practice and repetition, and that's why the homework is important. So I do understand that.
That's the big part. Like, with, of course, you fold clothes at home and wash dishes at home, but the learning though never stops. Like, learning is something that is conducive to your entire life.
Yes, Lord.
So if I'm at home and I'm not learning while I'm at home, like, that's one of the most important, like, that's the foundation.
Yeah.
So if I go home and turn my brain off, and you know what I'm saying, like, I got kids, or I got siblings that need to be tended to, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, and I'm not, my brain is turned off, you know what I'm saying, like, my home life is gonna be trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and it don't even have to be like homework takes an hour. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even have to be homework. I could be going home and reflecting my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, have something like that to where we are accustomed in life to at least come up with the conciseness of our day every day when we get home. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So what would be your next thing that you would work on, Mr. Cole?
My next thing I would work on, bro, would be what was it, man? It was I definitely had the education system for one of my things, but so my next thing would be making a point, because, to be honest, the fight that goes on between the Republican, that's how I look at it. I look at the Republicans like the rich people, and look at the Democrats like the
less
people,
fortunate,
less fortunate, right? Because that's the fight. Like, Republicans don't want to pay no taxes because they're making money, right? And but we use the taxes to create better opportunity, right? So in my mind, and if I'm looking at it God's way, you get to where you need to get just to help people, right? Like I was watching John Legend, right? And he was like, to be honest, bro, if I'm being selfish, I'm voting for Trump all day, right? Because I'm paying less, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll benefit me.
Yeah.
Right. But to be honest, bro, I'm good no matter how much taxes I'm paying, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think the biggest problem, and it's something that you would probably like, is it'll be something hard to fight because you can never share an experience with anybody. Right. And some people that are selfish like that, they don't have that experience of not having resources. Right. You look at my man Trump, you know what I'm saying? I respect Trump, but Trump holler about, I got a small loan from my dad for a couple of $1 million.
Yeah.
Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't even right now, you know what I'm saying? Based on how my culture's taught me to treat things, I treated my credit the same way. They ain't even about to give me $5.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have the skills from the public schools to be trustworthy. Right, so my partner won't even give me $10
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't care, understandably, because they don't have that experience, right? So what I would do, right? What I would do is, maybe more so not in office work, because I look at it like God's work. If you're the president, they what they think about is running a government and an economy. Everything, even in business, is a personal thing. So I would make it more clear what the other world is going through clear, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And even in a mental mindset, like, and both people got to understand each other, right? So, and I also show the Democrats the mindset of the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both need something, because people, to be honest, certain people that have the business don't feel like they need to have the mental, like you know what I'm saying? Like they be assholes, you know what I'm saying? So still kind of going into with my unity, I show each party trying to give compassion to both parties and bring more of a just, I think that'll probably be my entire thing inside the office, to be honest.
I feel that. I mean, and if I can add just two little points, I think that kind of reflects on the education system and how from elementary to middle school, like, we should be teaching, structuring the kids' mind to learn how, like, learn the importance of other people, learning about, don't just look at these people and doing these research papers on people. I had to do a research paper on like Ethiopia, and you seeing like the misfortune of them and everything. Like, teach people compassion, teach them how to take care of the people who are less fortunate, so that when we get up in the world, like, we already kind of have that exposure to what the rest of the world struggles are, and we don't have this divide, because it's hard, like Trump, it's hard to empathize with the lower class if you don't come from there. You don't know these struggles. You're gonna feel like, if I got out here, I made risk, but you playing with millions of dollars. Like, these people ain't they paying with their check. Like, this all I got. I gotta decide if I want to try to invest in this kitchen, to make some brownies and cakes to sell, to make a few extra dollars off my check, or if I'ma just, so that's just my thing with that. Cool. I just want to add that quick little point before we go to the next one.
I got it, bro. I would create a mandatory community service for our people in a certain tax bracket.
For sure.
And you got to go down to a urban area where people are not doing well, and somehow help them out. And it can't be and it can't be with money.
Facts. I feel that.
It can't be with money. You know what I'm saying? That'll be fire.
That'll be game changing.
Yeah.
And maybe in some time in the future, FreeWill can orchestrate that. I think a lot of what we talking about today, we have the ability to do some of this on some type of scale. So we gonna come back to that. Right. I think my next one, because I have 3 more points, but I say my next one on the quick would be the pharmaceutical industry. I would put a hole in the pharmaceutical industry. because they price gouge. I mean, the like ridiculous. So like, you want to do
actually one of the points of somebody's points, if I'm not mistaken.
But that is
somebody was talking about the farmers. So I think Kamala wanted to stop the price gouging of the farmers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Honestly, man, from my journey in health, in the last few 2-3 years, learning how that the food that we eat can
is the medicine.
That is the medicine. The food, the herbs, that is the medicine. You know, and a preventative is always better than a cure. You know what I'm saying? And also too, this was a part of like the education system too, like was the education on nutrition. It just kind of go hand in hand with this one, and then changing the idea, the concept of this food pyramid. And they talking about all these meats on the food pyramid for protein. You got the dairy at the top of the pyramid, and that's the stuff that make people the most sick. You know, the chicken and the this and the that and the grease that you're frying with and everything. And then it's crazy that like if you look at a palette on a plate, you got this big old piece of protein, you got all these carbs and these macaronis and all these different things, and then you got like a little bit of piece of broccoli on there. Mm-hmm. The one thing on there that's the most nutritious, you only got a little bit of that. And you ask yourself, why is it like that? Why, with all this research that we have on food and all the videos and the content that's out on what this stuff really do, why do they still push and promote that? Because it goes hand in hand with the pharmaceutical company. Just like what we were saying with the educational system, they training us to be rents, basically, in mindset wise, and then you know, they're going to put us out into this economy where we're going to be dependent or codependent on whatever. So they're not even raising us to be self-sufficient. And the same thing is happening with the food. Is like, they're going to teach us how to make ourselves sick so that we're going to rely on y'all to heal us and help us. But y'all not doing no better, because you're going to make me pay all this money for the medicine, but the medicine got more side effects than the damn problem that it's supposed to be fixing in the first place.
On, bro.
So now it's a cycle when I'm coming back. You go to the dentist, you go get a cavity fixed, but then when you leave the dentist, they're giving you a lollipop. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense.
Right. Oh,
so
my
thing is like, what that is, we just need to change that whole system and just readdress that, reassert that. The whole new plan, and then I don't want to drag it out too long, but
bro,
I'm gonna let you get your thoughts off on it.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like it gets so deep to where the doctors aren't as complicit as we think they are. They don't have they got these big degrees up in medical fields. None of them have degrees in nutrition,
bro.
None of them. Cool. Like, how? You know what I'm saying?
I asked myself, I'm like, bro, why? Like I'm looking at Yaki on YouTube, and I'm following him. He's telling me all these different things. He breaking down how the body work. He not just prescribing this. He teaching you how all this stuff work, and then he telling you what foods do what foods help with what. And I'm like, man, like, why don't the doctors tell people this? Like I was mad at the doctors at one point in time. I'm like, man, they literally lying to our face. But then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I said, all they know is what they go to school and learn. So they go to school and learn these things, and they teach them how they're supposed to work. And then they get into these medical offices in these rooms, and they prescribing these medicines. They do it because that's how they know to treat these issues. But they're not curing nothing. They're not telling you that. They're gonna tell you drink more dairy for calcium for your bones. They're gonna tell you eat meat for protein and stuff. But they don't tell you how that don't align with your biochemical structure. They don't tell you how that is the very thing that's causing the cancer in the first place. So yeah, man, we can go on. We can go on and on about that with Cool.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I don't know if you had another point that you wanted to do. I know we rolling up on that period, but shit, I got one more thing, and this is a quickie.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
The last thing I would like to talk about is the voting system. Now, this kind of go back to what you were saying earlier. First thing first, and we can really just do this one. I would change the concept of the voting structure. I don't like the voting structure. I don't like that we have this concept of the electoral college to where you got to win certain states. How I think it should be, it should go strictly off of the popular vote. I think the way that it should go is that if the majority of the country vote for this particular candidate, that's who needs to be the president. Not the electoral, all this and all that. Not the because that was a system put in place because the Democratic Party is the minority. The Democratic Party is the party. It's more people on that side than it is generally on the Republican side anyways. So they built this construct of the college, electoral college, so that it can really kind of balance it. That's really what it is. But I think you should leave the choice of who runs the country in the hands of the people. Let the people choose. Let the popular vote decide. Because like with when Donald Trump won, I think he went against Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton really had more popular votes, but she lost on the electoral college side. Now, I don't know if that was if Donald Trump at that point in time did a better job than she would have did. But I'm just saying that I just think that keeping the vote in the hands of the people would automatically make the candidates more accountable to really be who they need to be for the people, so that if you really representing people's best interests and you're not just telling people what they want to hear, like you really a stand-up person. And then if you're not handling your business by year 2, and we're gonna do this reassessment, and you ain't meeting them quotas and you're standing on your word, then we might have to get you up out of there, and then we're gonna open up another election.
So you saying it needs to be? You saying it needs to be to where they have to do more work to get more like votes, like they don't, like sometimes you saying like sometimes they'll go to a certain county and get enough people to run that state kind of thing.
In a sense, I like more like what I'm saying is, when you go into these places, instead of just going and putting a blanket over this state or this area, really go and listen to what them people need and really speak to their needs and really form policies that's going to really cater to these people's needs, opposed to just saying what sound good and you only there for 2 hours to get on stage and talk, and then you're going to have Meg Thee Stallion come up, and then like, it's not about all that. It's about really hearing what these people need and then being held accountable for that. And then while you in the office, if you get elected by the popular vote, because you have the support of the mass of the majority of the people, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing by year 2 and you're not breaking no ground for real, we need to come back to the table. Yep. And that should be an automatic impeachment process if your ass ain't living up to the standard of what you said you were supposed to do. You don't get to just get in here for 4 years and float through with no accountability, and then we just stuck with it. I don't think it should go like that.
I think it's tough, man, because one of the biggest problems with society is that we are blinded by a certain like culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know what we need for real. Right? So it's like you go to, like, a lot of people come up there and be like, hey, we're going to do this and that for the economy. And they like how they, like with Obama, right? A lot of people be like, Obama ain't coming in and do nothing, right? That's not true. Obama came in there and opened up Obamacare for the health so people can afford going to the doctor and stuff. That's a major help. And people, you still using it. You talking about Obama not helping you because he ain't put no money in your pocket.
Facts.
And y'all thinking Trump put money in your pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing to do with that. But here's the thing. Trump won the election, to be honest, because he was in the news more. Like, he was the more appealing, like he was the more popular person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With all that crazy stuff he was doing. Like, I was watching him talk about the stuff. And like, Trump had more views on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, he appealed to the white male is what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he actually won. So I don't know, man. Sometimes you might have to be like, hey, this is what I'm coming to do. And this is what I'm coming to do, and do what is really gonna help. And then get flack for it after that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all think y'all need money. You know what I'm saying? What y'all spent them stimulus checks on?
For sure.
On my mama, I promise you that most of it wasn't on bills.
Man, I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that could be tough, man. You know, to try to really help somebody out, and they don't even want the help that you're trying to give them for real. Like I'm trying to put you on game for, you know, for your generation to be at, and you just, you know what I mean, like you talking about something else. You know, so
that's real, Mr.
Yeah,
Coach. Man, but you know what? I really like this discussion. I like it was so effortless. I mean, just speaking from my point of views and what we would like the country to look like. And if whoever watching, man, like what I urge y'all to do is comment below what's a policy that you would like to see put in place, and what changes would you like to see made in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I would love for this to be more of an open discussion. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of put the accountability in the leaders, find a way to put the accountability on the leaders, and then also to give the power to the people, because we're supposed to have the power. And I understand how the infrastructure of the house is and all that kind of stuff like that too. But I mean, it's like once we vote, after that it's just, you know what I'm saying, we just at the mercy of the
we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so. Yeah, man. Yeah. But that was a phenomenal conversation, Mr. Cole.
Yeah. Without further ado, take us out of the game.
Without further ado, we just want to thank y'all for being the best part of FreeWill Podcast. We hope y'all enjoyed the concept. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. And we do want to hear how your views of what the world should be. And so, man, if you could leave a comment below, reach out to us personally. But we do want to thank y'all for being in attendance and being attentive, and last but not least, just being the best part of the FreeWill family. Thank y'all. And if you know somebody who could benefit from the content that we produce, if you know somebody that could benefit from these conversations, who need a family like this, who need an environment like this, where we are all in a collective working together to become the best versions of ourselves, then send them one of the videos, share the YouTube channel with them, so that we can grow together and we can do what we got to do to become the best versions of ourselves all together. We will be here next Friday, 8:30 Central Time. You already know what it is, and you got to ask what it was. Don't meet us there. Beat us there. Thank y'all. We're signing out.